Well, congrats to Coach Anderson. Team played an outstanding game. They played with a lot of energy. They seemed like they got every 50-50 ball. So just congrats to them. Gafford is a handful. He just looked like he was on another level from everybody on the court. And that's one of the reasons why I was hoping that he would have been gone by this time this year. But we started the second half off turning the ball over. Turning the ball over, missed free throws. So 4 out of our first 5 possessions were basically turnovers. And we just can't play that way on the road. So we'll get back to the drawing board. It's probably good that we're in a situation where we either win or go home. Maybe that's just what this team needs.
Thank you, Coach. Start here, Bob.
Avery, I had a two-parter. I think Arkansas is the only team in the league you haven't beaten. What's been so tough, and how frustrating is that?
Yeah, we knew that coming into the season. It was both Kentucky and Arkansas. So we were well aware of that. It's just we started off SEC play on a high note. We're, ending a little bit on the down note, but Arkansas is tough. When, again, 15 turnovers today, that's not going to do it. But they scored so many points off their offensive rebounds, and second chance points was a big key. And Gafford established that inside in the first half. So they've always had guys, whether it's Gafford or some other guys here in the past, that have always given us problems.
I guess regarding Gafford, what impressed you the most about his game?
Everything. The guy's a pro. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say that while he's in college, but it's just, I guess I would probably know one when I see it. So he's long, he's athletic, he's a great job of picking and rolling, unbelievable hands. So he's a handful, and that's why he's an all-SEC player, and he'll have a career playing basketball.
Coach, it was this time last year, SEC tournament, when you guys punched your ticket. Can you use that for some extra juice going in this year? Having been there and done that, does that give you guys more motivation since you have, closed the way you have? Different
teams get motivated in different ways. We'll talk about that a little bit, but with our team, I'm not sure if that motivates them or not. So I got to figure that out, what motivates our team. Obviously last year we had a guy that was an all-SEC player that's playing in the pros now, and he pretty much willed us through a lot of those games with his toughness, and now we're trying to do it a little bit more collectively as a team, and so we just got to figure it out. Hopefully we'll be able to say something to spark our team this week, because the SEC tournament is tough. I'm not even sure who we play yet, but whomever we play, they're going to be a tough opponent.
Avery, midway through the first half, you hit 3 threes in a row. You went up 7 points, and then the offense just seemed to come to a halt for the rest of the half. Did they change anything, or did y'all just start missing
those
shots?
dry spells have hurt us all year. And, if we go back and look at the stat sheet from what happened during that stretch, I guarantee you we probably turned the ball over. And we just didn't. Our bigs were open a couple of times. We missed our bigs. I think some of those situations where we were playing inside out, we really made the defense shrink because they have a shrinking defense, and we were able to get some wide open threes. But when we get shots at the basket, we're a pretty good team. But again, in the first couple of minutes of the second half, we didn't get shots at the basket, so we can't offensive rebound or go to the free throw line as much as we want to because we turned it over. You had another question, Cesar?
Yeah, let Bob go ahead.
Oh, okay. Avery, you guys had cut it to 7, I think it was, with 9-something left, so you're still hanging in there, and then Gafford scores 10 in a row, goes on a personal 10-0 run. What would you see from him in that sequence?
We couldn't get our double teams down there fast enough. When he catches it deep, he's a handful. And I think right before that, we were down by 9, and we turned it over trying to throw a skip pass to the corner. So, but that's what happens when you have a guy like Gafford and a team is on the run, then you just basically go to your problem solver. And that's what he did for them tonight. He solved a lot of problems for him.
Avery, when you say it's probably good for this team to have to win, to be in a back to the wall situation, could you expound a little on that?
Yeah.
Why do you feel that way?
Well, I just think we've been talking about the same things all year long. And obviously, like I've said before, for all of our reporters that's been around Tuscaloosa, I'm the head coach, so I am 99.9% responsible. But that other 0.1%, we need guys to take individual responsibility, be ready to play, take care of themselves. We never, not one time since I've been here, you guys can attest to it, I've never blamed our players for anything that's wrong with our team. I have to do a better job, and I'm hoping now, with our backs against the wall, everything that we're talking about in terms of spacing, catching the ball with 2 hands, going up strong, finishing our dunks, having positive imagery at the free throw line, everything and what we value on offense and defense, I'm hoping that now that we don't have too many more opportunities to get it right, we'll get it right.
Couple more questions, sir.
Yeah, Coach, what did you make of Desi Sills and Isaiah Joe?
Those guys can stroke the ball and add Mason Jones, they spread the floor, and when all 3 of those guys are in, it's difficult on your defense because you can't shrink the floor as much as you do maybe when Harris is in the game. So he gives them space. It gives Gafford more room to operate when those 3 guys are in all at the same time.
Any other questions for Coach? All right.
All right, thanks.